Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. We are picking up exactly where we paused last time, right there on the edge of paradise.
That's right. We saw the souls finishing their climb through purgatory, becoming lighter, ready for that upward pull towards, well, the divine light, at the start of the ultimate journey.
And today, for our 69th deep dive, we're actually stepping into paradise. Canto 2, the first heaven.
The moon.
Exactly. And our goal, as always, is to dig into this canto and see what wisdom, what lessons we can maybe pull out for our own lives, our own journeys right now.
So they arrive, Dante and Beatrice, in the sphere of the moon. And Dante, being Dante, immediately focuses on the spots, the markings on the moon.
Yeah, it's an old question, right? Why isn't it just uniformly bright? And he comes up with a theory.
He does, a very physical one. He thinks maybe some parts are just denser, less dense, blocking the light differently. It's logical, based on earthly physics as he understood it.
Makes sense from his perspective, but Beatrice, she knows better.
Yeah. She does. She represents divine wisdom here, so she gently corrects him. And the way she does it is, well, it's really interesting. She uses a thought experiment.
Oh yeah, the mirrors. I remember that. It feels quite modern, almost scientific in a way.
It kind of does. She says, imagine 3 mirrors, 2 close, 1 further back. Shine a light on them from behind you.
Okay.
Now, Dante might expect the reflection from the further mirror to be dimmer, right? Because of distance, or maybe his density idea. But Beatrice points out, look, the intensity of the reflection might seem the same, even if the size of the reflected image is smaller from the further mirror. The key isn't the distance or the light source itself. It's the mirror's own quality, its capacity to receive and reflect that light.
Ah, okay. So it's not about the light getting there or being blocked. It's about how well that part of the moon can sort of absorb and shine back the divine light it receives.
Exactly. The light flows down from the primum mobile, that highest moving sphere closest to God. The spots aren't defects or areas lacking light. They show that different parts of creation have different capacities to receive and express that divine influence. It's variety.
That's a really different way of looking at it. Variety, not imperfection. And who do they meet there? The souls in this heaven.
They encounter souls who made sacred vows, intending to dedicate their lives to God, but, well, they were forced by violence or extreme circumstances to break those vows externally.
Like forced.
Yeah. But crucially, in their hearts, in their inner will, they remain faithful. They never truly consented to breaking the vow.
Wow, okay. That's a powerful idea about inner integrity. And speaking of powerful things, that opening of the canto, that warning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you who in a little boat. He basically says, if you haven't studied theology and philosophy deeply, maybe turn back now. Don't follow me into these deep waters unless your boat is strong enough.
It's pretty direct, almost intimidating. What do you make of that?
I think it's a call for intellectual humility, recognizing that some subjects, especially divine mysteries, require, serious preparation. You can't just wander in unprepared. It's about knowing the limits of your current understanding.
That seems fair. Going back to the mirrors for a second. That method, observe spots, hypothesize, density, test, mirror thought experiment, conclude capacity.
Yeah.
It feels like early scientific reasoning.
It really does showcase that blend of faith and reason that's so central to the Divine Comedy. He's using logical analogies to explore theological truths.
And the conclusion itself, that spots mean variety, not flaws, that theme seems important.
Hugely important. It echoes throughout Paradise, this idea of unity in diversity. Think of it like different instruments in an orchestra playing the same symphony. They sound different, but together they create something richer. The differences add to the beauty.
Okay, so let's try and crystallize the lessons for us for our journey. What can we take away from Canto 2?
Well, first, definitely Beatrice correcting Dante. It's a huge lesson in being willing to test our own beliefs, even the logical ones. Are we open to evidence, to different perspectives that might change our minds? That's vital for growth.
Yeah, intellectual honesty. Good
Yeah.
point. And the spots themselves.
That leads to appreciating diversity, seeing differences in people, in ourselves, in the world, not as mistakes or imperfections, but as, well, richness, different ways of reflecting light, different potentials. Can we value that variety?
That's a big one in today's world, too.
Okay, what else? The warning at the start, that intellectual humility, knowing when we need to prepare more before tackling something really complex, whether it's spirituality, science, whatever, acknowledging we don't know everything.
Right, respecting the depth of certain subjects, and finally, those souls.
Their story highlights the immense power of inner integrity. Circumstances might force your hand externally, leading to compromises or actions you wouldn't choose. But maintaining faithfulness in your heart, your inner intention, that matters profoundly. Guarding that core.
So to recap, test your ideas. be open to change. The journey involves questioning, seeing value in difference, knowing our limits, but also holding true to our core selves internally.
Exactly. And maybe just a thought for you to carry away until next time. Think about a situation where you felt external pressure pushed you somewhere you didn't want to go, maybe conflicting with your values. How might reflecting on this canto, especially the idea of inner faithfulness despite outward circumstance, offer some guidance or perspective on that experience?
That's a great question to ponder, something to definitely think about. We will continue this amazing ascent into paradise in our next deep dive. We hope you'll join us.
Looking forward to it. Keep exploring, everyone.